Agos. She encounters a gambling lord, Loban, and barely escapes being made into his whore. The only sympathetic soul she meets is Kine, whom she runs into again. She initially distrusts him. Everyone she has met has only been looking out for themselves. But Kine is persistent, and she slowly grows to enjoy his company, sharing what she can of her life, or at least what she feels she is allowed to. With him, she finds it easy to be herself, to drop the Queen's act and be seen as she is, unjudged, with no expectations. Loban catches up to her while she is recuperating in Kine's abode. She escapes and learns from her maidservant that Gan-Jeshan is holding her husband captive. She also confirms the deaths of her advisor Aro, and what appears to be half her guardsmen. The other half, including her captain Nor, are missing. Talien finds herself trying to seek aid from the Emperor's fifth son, Prince Ubek, to save Rael. She is separated from Kine on the road, but is picked up by Governor Radiong, Prince Ubek's father-in-law, and taken to Zorheng City, a fortress on the riverbank seemingly built by mages. It doesn't take long for Tali to surmise that Prince Ubek is a madman. He offers to marry Talien and kills his own wife as a show of solidarity. And because Talien continues to refuse, he throws her in prison. Months later, Tali wakes up in a strange room where she encounters the ghosts of her brother and her father. Yashin berates her, telling her she has failed because she fell in love with Rael. This confuses her because she thinks her duty was to love him. Her zealousness came from both her own feelings and her loyalty to her father. She realizes she is still being chased by an assassin and narrowly escapes. She finds a note on the dead assassin telling her that her husband was behind the attempt on her life. She returns to Kine, but the comfort of his company is short-lived, as she finds herself reunited with not just her guards, but also her old friend Agos. She also learns there is an embargo preventing travel from the Empire to Jinsayeng. With Kine and the gambling lord, Loban, she sets in motion a plan to infiltrate Governor Jeshan's office and confront Rael. But here she comes face to face, not with her husband, but with Prince Ubek, who reveals to her two things: that he is a mage with a strong connection to the Agan, and that he planned everything, including the assassin, in order to convince her to fall for him and discard her husband. Because none of his tricks worked, Ubek threatens her son, telling Talien he knows the truth, that the boy could be a bastard whose life is forfeit if the rest of the nation finds out. He also tells her that it was Talien's own father, Yashin, who promised her to him first, in exchange for his power and his army. Her betrothal to Rael was a sham. Warlord Yashin's desire to win his war was too strong, and he undermined his own treaty in order to claim victory once and for all. Talien's own men had betrayed her to deliver her to Ubek. Refusing to believe Ubek's claims, Talien delivers him a killing blow and watches as he runs into a burning room. She returns to Loban's, where Governor Jeshan commits suicide after confirming how Ubek has attempted to blackmail him into betraying Rael. Still reeling from everything she has learned, she receives a note from Rael asking for another meeting. Even though Tali is aware it might be another trap, Kine convinces her to go, as she is still holding on to the hope that somehow she can salvage her marriage. Tali finally meets Rai, who confesses he has always loved her. The listener learns that it is the knowledge of his wife's affair and that her son may not be his that caused him to walk away. Already damned by the politics that gave birth to their lives, their mistakes hastened the ruin. He swears to make things right, that he is seeking mages that will help reveal the truth, and that if the boy is not his, he will kill him himself. The novel ends with Tali trying to grasp on to the last shreds of her father's rhetoric. A Wolf of Oren-yaro does not beg. A Wolf of Oren-yaro suffers in silence. But her downfall is just beginning. Act 1. The Road to Jinsayeng. Chapter 1. The Price of Innocence. 1,000 hooves trampled the sky the night my father died. No words can describe what it feels like to gaze at the man you looked up to, a man you respected and loved and feared, and realize that somewhere along the way, he turned into a shadow of his former self.